Hello there, Internet. It's me, the Mute, back again to talk to you about what or whatever I damn well choose. Now, today was a boring day, nothing interesting happened. I sat around on my duff and watched Piranha, the second one, Piranha 3D, which is a great friggin' gory splatter, buckets of blood type movie with some nice boobs. And I mean, what else could you ask for? And boobs. They're great, they really are. But personally, I'm more of an ass man. And there's some of those too. Also, it's got one of my favorite and underrated actors in it. The guy who played like the main character, I don't remember his name. If you give me a second to Google it, I'll try to entertain you. Now the sequel, unfortunately, I don't think was as good as the first one. Although there were things I liked in it. For example, some of the gags and jokes in it, I just Googled Google, I'm an idiot. Some of the gags and the jokes in it were rather enjoyable. Especially any scene involving Ving Rhames. Ving Rhames' whole cameo was funny. He get his legs and he's like, I ain't afraid of no bitch ass water. That shit was hilarious. And oh yeah, the cameo by the nerdy guy that looks like my friend, not my friend, looks like some guy I know, Nicholas. Yeah, he looks just like him, but bald and nerdier and less homosexual. Nothing against Nick, he just looks like a homosexual, literally. Okay, I'll have to actually search it up now. Alright. So yeah, the movie, it was alright, I guess. I mean, it didn't upset me. The beginning was really weak, though. It was only until, like, people like David Hasselhoff showed up and made it all interesting and stuff. Also, oddly enough, there's an appearance by Gary Busey in this movie. And Crew Gallagher's in there somewhere. I think he might have been the old guy that died at the beginning. Crew Gallagher is from friggin' Feast, and Feast is cool, too. I like that movie. And even their sequels, even though they're incredibly stupid and dumb. Wait, no. What's his name? Where is he? He's on here. I know he is. Adam Scott. I love Adam Scott. Everything I've ever seen Adam Scott in, I love. I wish Adam Scott was in more, let alone, and not just like more, but like more main characters. I mean, if anyone knows a show or movie where he's the main character, let me know, because I would love to watch it. Now, other parts that were funny, David Koechner's in the movie, but oddly enough, he didn't get any laughs out of me. I really can't remember much of the film other than the fact that the main girl wasn't very attractive. I didn't think so. David Hasselhoff had a funny bit where he made fun of himself. Actually, several times where he made fun of himself. And the gore was, I guess, just as good as the original, but a little lacking. And some of it was a little cheesy, like when David Koechner loses his head. Also, that entire scene was incredibly dumb. He was going like slower than I could run, or slower than I could walk, and he got his head cut off by a wire. The piranhas, well, they look like the same, and Christopher Lloyd's part is funny too, how they're walking and stuff. Oh, and the best part of the entire movie is when the kid in the movie who friggin' David Hasselhoff refers to as a ginger moron, or David, or my main man, because his name is David, I guess, and he called David Hasselhoff a lifeguard. Ooh, wood-la-di-da. He gets his head torn off at the end of the movie. Sorry for the spoilers. It doesn't matter. It's not a very good movie anyways. I mean, sure, it's not horrible, but it's not that good either. Gets his head torn off. That part's awesome. Because afterwards, the credits start. And that's not why, but when the credits start, it's in black and white. So the blood looks extra goopy and dark and gross, and it's wonderful. And it's just absolutely macabre to see this little dead kid body on the ground sprouting all this blood. It felt like that scene from Begotten. You ever seen Begotten? I never watched the movie all the way through. It gets dreadfully boring after God's done tearing up his organs and that chick jerks them off. And Forgotten's a weird movie, okay? So let's see what the timer is on this bad boy. Oh, that's not the right thing. I just want to make sure I don't go, oh, I'm only 3 minutes. I think I got 2 more minutes in me. Right, so what else happened today? That's about it. I watched Red Tails. It was kind of like, but the dogfights were kind of cool. And I love old dogfight movies. Well, it's not old, but I like dogfight movies. Any movie where there's like aerial combat, like Midway, or Midway. That's the only air combat movie I can really think of right now. But yeah, air combat. I like that shit. I mean, especially dogfights back in old World War II, because that's when shit was all aerial and fucking masterful. And you had to be a great fucking pilot and just whip your shit around like a ballet dancer in the sky, but with guns. And it was cool. And so, yeah, I like that. I'd like to direct a movie like that one day, if I ever have the budget. Plus, my favorite level from Call of Duty, Big Red 1, which I personally think is better than Call of Duty 3, because Call of Duty 3 wasn't that great, is when you're in the plane, you have to keep taking everyone's gun in position because everyone keeps fucking dying. That part's cool. I always like that part, just walking around the plane. Yeah, wish more games had stuff like that. I don't know why, but ever since I started playing war games, I just wanted to be a soldier on a boat as the boat's going into the thing. You would get attacked, and you're like on the boat, and there's guns and stuff, but you can be on the boat shooting at the other boat. Like a pirate game where instead of controlling the boat, you're just a pirate on the boat. Yeah. Sid Meier's Pirates is a cool game. I like that game. Anyways, that's what happened today, really. Anything else? I had pork chops. They were pretty good. Didn't eat them all. What else? I know I did something else interesting. Oh, you know what it's time for? Movie idea. Here you go. Vampire movie. I got the idea from the... Wait, did I already tell you about that movie idea? I don't remember. I think I might have, but just in case, here it is again. Vampires. Basically, this guy accidentally kills a member of a vampire clan. So that vampire clan decides that they're going to take revenge on him, but not just by killing him like they would in any other generic movie. And then when they go to kill him, he kills them instead, one by one. You know, kind of like Lost Boys, except not quite. But there is a bit of Lost Boys in this. Instead of killing him, they turn him into a vampire, and every night they viciously assault him and leave him broken and battered and scarred and bruised. And then they hide his body during the day. And at night, when he heals and regenerates and comes back out, they do it again until eventually, you know, he gets fed up and kills them all. Of course, he'd still get beat up, and you know he'd be all broken and torn, his flesh would be broken. It'd be all practical effects because those are the best. Yeah, that'd be cool. I would watch that. That'd be an awesome flick, and I think it's kind of original. Hey, cat, you don't go outside. So don't even scratch the thing. So yeah, that's my movie idea. It'd be called, I don't know. I think I would call it Pray for Daylight, and then the movie's tagline would be like, "Oh, why would they kill him when they can scare him forever?" Ha! There you go. I think that's already a tagline of a movie, though. I feel like I've seen it somewhere, like it's too good to keep made up from my head. Anyways, that's the movie idea. So that's pretty much what went on today, and I'm hitting about the 7-minute mark, so I'm going over the mark of my last video. So I better cut it off here. But I hope you enjoyed that kind of review of Piranha 3DD and that movie idea. Don't go stealing it now, and if you do, at least quote me for the original idea if you write your own script and all that shit. Anyways, this is the mute signing off.